Right, so I'm all set up now, and I've just pitched up camp here on this fence line here at the back of the field, and I'm just sitting on a little camping chair, and I've got my bog death grip tripod just set up there so that I can hit rabbits to the left and then hit rabbits to the right there as well. So I'm going to be spotting tonight with the Hick Micro Lynx Pro LH19 spotter. This one's quite good for a basic entry level one because you've got the focusing ring on the end there, which lets you focus the image in, which for the price I think is really good. So this gives me the ability to spot rabbits in fields that are maybe 500-600 yards away. Obviously you can't clearly identify them as rabbits, but you know what they are. Sometimes it is difficult to tell the difference between a fox or a badger a couple of 100 yards away with it, but you know, you get used to how stuff walks and moves through certain fields and whatnot, so it gives you an idea of what it is. Down the line I will upgrade this, and I will upgrade it to something that's got a laser rangefinder on as well, because I think that's just invaluable. But at the minute, that was all I could afford, so that's what I've got. So this is what I'll be spotting with tonight, and I'll put some footage of this on tonight as well so you can see what this looks like too. Right guys, so this is what I'm shooting tonight. This is a 17 grain Remington Premier Magnum rimfire round. It's got a ballistic tip, pretty much similar to a VMAX. It's just got a different colour tip on it. So these here, as you can see there, they will sing along nicely at 2,550 feet per second, and they're quite lethal on the rabbits and stuff like that. So they're a good round. I haven't noticed any difference in accuracy between the Remington and the Hornady, so you know, I just pick up what I can where I can. But my rifle, I don't know if it's just minuscule, but it seems to like these slightly better. But you know, the difference between these and the VMAX is probably like negligible, so you know, it's probably just me thinking these are better, but in fact it probably is not. But yeah, brilliant little rounds these, so this is what we're using tonight for those that like to know that. You wouldn't think it was August. Got my neck warm on, got my hood off, it's getting cold. It's crazy. There is one sat out there, it's about there, it's 160 odd yards. Let's see if we can close the gap down and we'll have a crack at him. I have shot rabbits at 250 plus yards with this, but tonight we haven't got the right conditions. We've got a light breeze coming across, so we don't really want to be pushing that little 17 grain bullet too far, so I'm just going to close the gap down a little bit and see if I can shoot him. I think he's 160 odd yards at the minute there, so if I can get to where them reeds are just in front of us by about 30 yards, that'll be good. Hopefully he'll hang around for us. Right, so that heat source that I just showed you through the thermal there, it's actually a hare, and it's out at just over 300 yards away. So you could tell it was obviously a rabbit, or as it's shown us now, a hare. Now I have been able to identify rabbits out as heat sources at 500-600 yards on certain nights. So as long as you're mindful of that, you know, you need to identify what it is before you start shooting it. These 19mm Lynx thermals are pretty good for the money, and they are coming down in price. And if you pick them up second hand, it is a good entry level thermal. So I just thought I'd show you that there so that you can see it. If I spot some more rabbits later on tonight further out, I'll do the same as well, and I'll get it in the scope so we can range find it and see how far away they are. An added benefit of being down here in this field as well is I'm able to watch the pigeons in these fields to the left of us here. This is winter wheat, so this is going to be coming down pretty soon, and I'll have a lot of pigeon shooting to do on there and crow shooting as well. So I'm just trying to keep an eye on that because I'm trying to identify flight lines so I can determine where's a good place to pitch up with the 12 gauge and have a bit of pigeon and crow shooting on there. So hopefully that'll come down pretty soon. I can get some shooting in on the pigeons and crows there. There's a lot of heads off the wheat in this field actually, where the crows have been snapping it off and bringing it into this field to put on the deck and pull all the corn out. So you know, it is a good place to pitch up and shoot crows, even in this field with the rimfire or the centre fires. But really the maximum amount of damage I could do with the crows in there is with a 12 gauge. So I'll decoy them in and give them a good bit of shooting one day. It's like waiting for Christmas, isn't it, when you're this old, waiting for the fields to get cut down so you can go shooting. That field there as well, that'll be getting a cover crop put in it pretty soon as well. I think in the next week or two that's going to have a cover crop in of mustard and lupins as well, so that's going to be good action with the shotguns as well. So hopefully I'll be able to get some video footage of that as well. Alright guys, it's starting to rain now, so I've just been to pick up them 4 that I've shot in this field here, and with the one that I shot in the field next door, so there's 5 for a couple of hours. It's a shame the rain's had to stop play, but I'll need to get home and get the kits sorted, get the rifles dry, and just sort my admin out because I've got work tomorrow, so I don't want to be staying out too late anyway. So 5 rabbits for tonight's alright for a couple of hours. So thanks for watching lads, cheers.